Hi, I'm James Chau. I'm the host of the China Current. I'm in New York, somewhere around Times Square, here for the UN General Assembly, the annual gathering of world leaders, where heads of state and government gather to discuss the critical threats and challenges to the global future. I'm going to bring you behind the scenes and around the scenes to hear what they're talking about and the solutions they say they can provide. The General Assembly represents 193 member states, and together they work on the threats and challenges to peace, security and development. The Nikkei says China has overtaken Japan to become the UN's second biggest contributor, now giving 12% of the total budget. But it's not all positive. China emits more carbon dioxide than any other country, though NASA says China is now greening the earth. Year-round, soldiers and farmers are planting trees to expand forest coverage, to provide clean water, to save endangered species, and to regulate temperatures. Equally, it ratified the Paris Agreement, probably the most important global deal for this generation and the others to follow. This week, UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres hosts a climate action summit to encourage a leap in collective national political ambition. This General Assembly also places a focus on universal health coverage or access to quality and affordable health care. China must deliver on its national needs for its 1.4 billion people, but it has a global responsibility as well. Tu Youyou, a pharmaceutical chemist, won the Nobel Prize for her work to treat malaria. She drew on traditional Chinese medicine and discovered artemisinin, which when used in a combination therapy has been proved to reduce morbidity and mortality from malaria by 70%. But what about China and the other parts of the United Nations? According to the Washington-based Center for Strategic and International Studies, China is now the biggest contributor of peacekeeping forces and the second biggest contributor to this budget. It's also a permanent member of the Security Council, the most exclusive international club. The 5 countries have the power to block or support the resolutions that define history. The UN says China has used its veto privileges less than any other country, although some of these have involved controversial issues, including Syria, Iran, and Venezuela. But what is key to our shared future, I think, is multilateralism as a way, if not the only way, to ensure that inclusive decisions are made by everyone, for everyone. The Sustainable Development Goals align each government on an agenda that delivers results for people, and the General Assembly this week will help shape that outcome. I'm James Chau in New York for the China Current. We've got lots more videos, so like, follow and subscribe at the China Current.